Welcome to the walkthrough for Assignment 4B for my CS253 course in the fall of 2022. First, please make sure you always run the grader and push the grade file to your GitLab repository. If you don't do that, you don't get a review, and so you'll simply have to take a look at this video in order to understand what things you may have to correct. Let's take a look at some of the issues now with the code. Some of them were left over from previous assignments. This is left over from Assignment 3. This solution here doesn't meet the specification above because it's not using the call and manage block method in order to ensure that the get page call is done in the context of the manage blocker feature that's supported in the Java fork join framework. Down here we have something that's from the parallel streams implementation, similar kind of problem. This solution doesn't meet the specification above because once again it's not making the call to get the page in the context of the call and manage block method that's defined to run this code using the Java fork join pools manage blocker mechanism. So make sure you fix those things. The unit tests will catch those problems, and you just have to make sure you use the appropriate solutions to get the points that you ought to get. Let's now take a look at an issue with crawl page async. This is something that I saw both in assignment 4A and assignment 4B. This is from assignment 4A, but essentially this is the incorrect conditional expression. You need to rethink how this logic is working. If you don't do it right, you'll get an error. Please make sure you notice those errors when you run the unit tests and you correct them. That's why we want you to run the autograder and record the grade file so we can take a look and make sure you're catching those problems. Down here is yet another problem I see a lot. Please use a method reference here instead of a lambda expression. We don't have an easy way to test for this using our mocking white box test framework, so I'd have to find that myself when I review the code, but this is something that will also be flagged by the Android Studio IDE, and it'll also give you a way to automatically fix it, so please make sure you do that. Here's another problem left over from assignment 4A. Something is missing here, so read the specification comment in this method and see what you need to put there. And I'll give you a big hint. This is a problem from assignment 4B where a person cut and pasted the solution from assignment 4A but forgot to remove stuff that was unnecessary. So you don't need this line here for assignment 4B, but you do need to have that line up here for assignment 4A. And of course, we don't need to have that for assignment 4B because we're doing assignment 4B using ParallelFlowables instead of using the flat map concurrency idiom that RxJava supports. And then here's the final problem that I saw when I reviewed the code submissions for assignment 4B. This method, you're passing in the wrong parameter to get page elements as URLs. This is the images on page async method. And so in that case, you need to make sure that you use images, not pages, to do your processing. So go ahead and fix these problems. Please take a look and see if you have these problems. If you didn't get feedback from me, that's because you didn't push the grade file to your GitLab repo, but you can probably get some good feedback by watching the video.